Hello guys, Sapphire Yakme with the review of Once Upon a Time, episode Best Laid Plans, which will be the 17th episode of the 4th season. So within this episode, in the opening sequence, we see a unicorn galloping through the forest. And in the character's past, in the Enchanted Forest before the first curse, Snow White and Prince Charming come across a unicorn and touch his horn to see what the future holds for their unborn child. Charming sees a happy baby Emma, but Snow sees a vision of Emma ripping out Snow's heart and crushing it to dust. Later on, the couple run into a peddler who tells them that Maleficent has transformed into a dragon and has laid an egg. The merchant then advises the couple to follow a path that leads them to the apprentice's cottage. The apprentice tells the Charmings that their child is a blank slate and that either one of their premonitions could come true, but adds that it is possible to banish the darkness from a child, and in order to do that, they would have to find another blank slate to contain the darkness. Snow begins to believe that Maleficent's egg is the ideal vessel to take on the darkness, as it would only grow into a heartless monster anyway. The Charmings later return to the cave where Maleficent as a dragon is guarding her egg. As they attempt to take the egg, Maleficent awakens and pleads with Snow, mother to mother. But the Charmings take the egg away anyway, although Snow vows to return it unharmed and bring it to the apprentice, who then transfers the darkness from the unborn child with a powerful, irreversible curse. Unfortunately, the apprentice left out one detail. The creature inside the egg will become the darkest force ever seen. He claims that he has no choice but to open a portal and banish it to where it can do no harm. The egg begins to hatch to reveal a harmless human baby inside, and the Charmings beg the apprentice to stop the spell, but to no avail. Cruella and Ursula arrive, furious and intent on rescuing the baby, and are sucked into the portal along with the egg. The apprentice explains that all three have been sent to a realm where they will not hurt anyone again. Sometime later, the Charmings receive a unicorn-themed mobile for the baby's home. Snow does not want the reminder of what they had done hanging over their child, but the Charming believes it is a reminder that they can become the best possible people that they can be, and that the mobile should stay. The couple then vow to never succumb to darkness again and to always do the right thing for the sake of their daughter. In Storybook, August is in a deep sleep at the fairy's nunnery, having been changed by magic too many times. Regina is left with no choice but to take a photo of the illustration of the door that was torn from the book. She shows it to Gold, Maleficent, and Cruella, who notice a glare on the image, leading Gold to conclude the page is protected by magic and the author is actually hidden inside the page. Maleficent then casts a sleeping spell all over Storybrooke so Gold and the Queens can steal the page in exchange for her help. She tells Gold to find out what happened to her child after Mary Margaret and David got rid of it. Gold and the Queens go to steal the page, only to discover it missing. Henry, who is immune to the curse because a person can only be put under the sleeping spell once, has escaped with the page. He calls Mary Margaret and David, who are also immune to the curse, tells them that he is in the Sorcerer's Mansion. David believes that the only way they can keep Emma from going dark is to destroy the page, but that would mean keeping the author trapped inside the page forever. As Henry waits for his grandparents, he notices a light that begins to shine from the illustration of the door. It shines a light on a desk drawer that Henry opens to reveal a key. As he takes it out, Regina and the Queens arrive. Regina demands that he hand over the page, and he complies, unknowingly giving them a fake page forged by Emma. Mary Margaret and David then arrive at their request. Henry gives them the key and leaves. They plan to toss the page into the fireplace, but Mary Margaret stops David, saying they cannot destroy everyone's chance of a happy ending, and that the hero should do what is right. The couple decides it is time to tell Emma the truth. Gold visits a sleeping belle at the pawn shop and explains the reason that he is searching for the author and wants to change the destiny of the villains, is so the world can be safe and free of all evil. He mysteriously claims that his magic has racked up so much debt that is about to catch up to him and punish him for what he has done. As he talks to her, he is seen rubbing his chest where his heart is. He vows to come back to her, then steps outside to meet up with Regina, Cruella, and Maleficent. He has noticed the forgery and is onto Regina's deception, so Maleficent places her under the sleeping curse. Since their deal has fallen through, Gold decides not to tell Maleficent about what happened to her child, saying that the pain would become worse if she knew the truth. But she begs him to tell her, and he complies, as he shows Maleficent a vision that 30 years earlier, a man had adopted a baby girl whom he named Lilith, the name of Emma's friend from a foster home. Later, Mary Margaret finally comes clean to Emma. Emma is disappointed and leaves angrily. Hook chases after Emma to tell her August has awoken, and they return to see August asks about the key. He could help Emma learn more about her past. August revealed that there was more than just one author, and the person who was trapped inside the book was the most current author, who eventually began manipulating the stories for his own twisted enjoyment. After he went too far and manipulated the apprentice so that he would banish Maleficent's child for him, the sorcerer and the apprentice condemned him to life in the book. Despite the warning, Emma is determined to meet the author. As Emma opens the door with the key, a person revealed to be the peddler who encounters Emma's parents back in the Enchanted Forest emerges and escapes before he can answer Emma's questions. She chases him out to the street where he mysteriously disappears. Now, within this episode, we deal with seeing what exactly happened with Maleficent's child, you know, what Snow and Charming did. Now, I remember after the show aired, like, on Facebook, mostly Facebook, you know, what's put on our Facebook page, everybody was in an argument about, you know, people was like, well, Snow, it was not necessarily the Charming's fault because, the author manipulated them into doing that. They would never done that. And people like, no, said that no, Snow knew what she was doing because she figured because since it was Maleficent's child that the child always gonna be evil anyways. Like she just thought bad of the child, and just assumed that it was gonna be just like his mama, which is not necessarily true. I mean, if you look at it, our, people, life, our reality, you got a lot of people that's born to, parents that may be considered good or may be considered bad. So if you say, let's say both your parents went to college, got good jobs like doctors and lawyers, and they've had like nothing on their records or anything, that doesn't mean their child is automatically gonna be, go to college, not get pregnant, not gonna get drunk, not gonna do drugs, not gonna get any trouble with the law. That doesn't mean that. And same thing with parents who might, be drug addicts, parents who might be prostitutes, anything of that nature, and they have a child, doesn't mean that child gonna fall in line with that same thing that parents do. That child might grow up to be the one that goes to college now. So the idea that Snow, because she figures it was Maleficent, the mistress of all evil, that her baby is not her baby's not gonna be a person like her, because Maleficent is born, obviously we know she's born a person. She has the ability to change into a dragon, so that makes her a shapeshifter. So it's not like Snow sat there and thought about this. Like, again, Snow has to think something through, because the first time we saw Snow do something was when she told Cora about Regina running away with her love, and which resulted in her getting killed. Now, we could say that Snow was a child, but I think Snow, at that, given her age, I think she was old enough to try to think about her actions and and the consequence. Because everything time you do something, there's gonna be a consequence to the action. So the way I see it is that Snow once again has not thought nothing through. Again, same thing when she did it again was when she killed Cora to save Mr. Gold, aka Rumpelstiltskin. She killed Cora. And I think that was the episode when she found out that Cora killed her mama. So it's sort of like I guess you would say like a revenge thing. Again, she didn't think it through. Regina is trying to come to this point of being redemption, and Snow just literally let her make her take 2 steps back, because I'm like, this woman's trying to get over this stuff and you're not helping. And then we have this incident, which is actually before all of this, where Snow like, oh, it's Maleficent's baby, it's gonna be evil anyway, so what's a little more darkness? But then their minds change when they see the little hand. They're like, oh no, it's a baby. What the fuck you thought was in there? It's not gonna be a freaking dragon. The mama's a shapeshifter. Like, really? Snow again did not think it through. So there's a whole debate on Facebook, like Snow didn't know what they was doing. So if we go by the saying that Snow and Charming is manipulated by the author into doing this to the baby, then we could say the same thing for Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin didn't let his child go kneel Balefire, go into that portal. No, that was the author who made Rumpel lose his child. That was the author who made Peter Pan go be young and forget his child. It was the author's fault that Regina killed all those damn people. Like, seriously, we're gonna put the blame. It's like, because in the thing it says that the author only manipulated the apprentice, who was the one who did the spell. It didn't say he manipulated Snow and Charming, because when the apprentice does find the author, he says, "Why did you make me do that?" He didn't say, "Why did you make Snow and Charming do that?" No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You gotta like watch the episode again. If you need to go to abc.com or some sort of website, watch the scene again. The apprentice comes up to the author and says, "Why did you make me do that?" So obviously the spell that he was going to cast obviously wasn't supposed to do that. He was supposed to give the baby back, but the offer middle of it. So if we go by that word, then Snow and Charming knew exactly what the hell they was fucking doing, and of course they should feel some sort of way and this ultimate pain of guilt of what they did to Maleficent's baby. But because seriously, you gotta think about it, that is wrong. You're assuming because the mommy is evil that the baby's gonna be evil. It's like that's very bad parenting. That's very selfish in terms of the Charmers who we're supposed to see as these good heroes, goody goodies. But what I also love about the fact that this is once upon a time and that every character that we meet that that we thought we knew, and that's what I love about the show again. Because every story we know, when it comes to stories of good and evil, it's pretty much straightforward, the good person's always going to do something good. The evil person's always going to do something evil. In this case, sometimes good people can do evil things. Snow had good intentions because the whole point of her was doing it was because she was fearful about her child, becoming evil. But my thing is, that's human nature, and I felt that she kind of took that away from Emma. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is born, and we make choices, and we go down paths that may lead us to being good, or that may lead us to being evil. And I felt that she took that choice away from Emma, because she took away the darkness that was in Emma. Because everybody has darkness. I mean, we seen we seen Regina. Regina wasn't born evil. She was a good girl. Her mama was a little bit too much, but she was a good girl. And what happened? She became evil, the evil queen. Zelena, her big sister, same thing. The mama gave her up because she wasn't because she had got pregnant by a guy who wasn't who she thought he was, so she gave the baby up. And Zelena ends up going to Oz, and because she became so envious that everybody was that Gold, especially Gold, and the fact that her mother gave her up but kept Regina, she became envious of something that she never had, so that's why she became green with envy. She never got her mother's love. She never got Rumple's approval, because she's naturally born mad. Regina has to learn it, So, we see all these characters become evil, but they wasn't always so. And we see these characters, and we see these good characters, but at some point in their life, they occasionally did something evil, which they feel guilty for. So that's what I love about the show. So comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about Snow's choice and everything. And that part though, I ain't gonna lie, with Maleficent when she turns from the dragon and she's like, you know how you got the after baby look, so you see mom with the after baby look after they push the baby out, so they still like they got a pregnancy glow about them and stuff. And so she's just like pleading with Snow, like mother to mother, please don't take my child. I'm like, no, don't do it, Snow. She's pleading with you, don't take Maleficent's baby. I'm like, oh, I felt like so sad, and I think another thing that touched me, because the fact is that Maleficent is like, the mistress of all evil, the powers of hell, turn into a dragon and all that stuff. But you see this moment of vulnerability with her character, and you're just like, damn, you feel bad for Maleficent. You're like, you're crying. Just like in the movie Maleficent, when she gets her wings ripped off, and you just feel for her character. I love it when writers take characters that we think we know, and they just change them on you, and you make you be like this. It's some fucked up shit, man. Anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys this Sunday for the episode Sympathy for the Devil. Bye.